Yo, what's going on, everybody? Ever since my video about the DIY Pi router blowing up overnight, it seems like that was one of my best performing videos to date. More are coming on the way. But I wanted to talk a little bit more about my Raspberry Pi router and why I chose to DIY it myself rather than buying one. So there's a couple different reasons why I went with the DIY route over just buying a consumer router off of Amazon or going to Best Buy. There was a couple different conversations and a very cryptic and immediate alert from the NSA, or the National Security Agency, which is a major intelligence agency within the United States. And pretty much they said reboot your routers immediately and as soon as possible. Now, there was pushback from different sides within the industry and just everyday citizens. So ultimately, I'm just like you guys. I don't know exactly what's going on, but my intuition told me let's just build our own router that's using and leveraging open source software and hardware. And the main reason why the NSA wanted us to reboot our routers in the first place is simply because of advanced persistent threats, nation state hackers that are in foreign countries that are enemies to the state, breaking in and backdooring civilian routers. And they're actually using that as a pivot point to perform various different cyber attacks and perform all kinds of other duties that you probably don't want going on in your routers. Keep it a gray area. I just decided to once again DIY my router, and that's the story behind it. So to get started, you're gonna need a couple things. So one, you're gonna need a Raspberry Pi, and you can get the full entire kit, which I recommend from Canakit. It's about $200 on Amazon, give or take, from the recording of this video. You're gonna need an SD card reader right here. You can see my SD card in right there. You're also gonna need a Ethernet adapter that's USB 3.0, wireless USB adapter, and that's gonna help you actually turn this thing into a router. It does have a built-in radio for wireless, but if you get an extender or a adapter, USB adapter, it's gonna perform way better than this internal one. And that's what you want if you're gonna turn this into an actual family house-oriented router that's gonna be able to go some distance and take care of the whole family and keep them safe. So the first thing that you guys are gonna need is we're going to need to put this SD card into our computer, and we're gonna need to go to this site, Raspberry Pi right here. And Raspberry Pi, conveniently, thankfully it's open source, they have a Raspberry Pi imager or flashing utility. So we can go ahead and install the operating system for the Raspberry Pi, put it directly onto our SD card, and we can flash it that way. So since we're turning this into a headless router, we're really gonna have absolutely no reason to have the GUI or the graphical user interface desktop experience for this. So whenever you have your Pi imager up and running, you can go to select the operating system, Raspberry Pi OS Lite, 64-bit. The Lite version won't bundle the GUI environment. And just to reiterate one more time, this is what my configuration looks like. So what we can do is we should just be able to ping freedompi.local as soon as this boots up and flashes. And we're gonna set this up the right way. It is easier to go ahead and just use password authentication for SSH. SSH is going to be the secure shell protocol, or the authentication protocol that we're going to use to remotely authenticate into this Raspberry Pi. So what you want to do is you want to open up your terminal right here, and you want to run ssh-keygen, and you can go ahead and name it a couple different things. It's going to go ahead and save this off right in this file right here. So what we can do is we can go cat, and we can go boom.ssh/freedompi.pi.pub, and we can go ahead and grab this guy right here. And then immediately after that, we can go ahead and click save. Everything looks good. And would you like to apply OS customization settings? And go ahead and click yes. That's going to sound scary. It's just going to wipe all the data on there. It doesn't matter. It might prompt you for your password. Go ahead and enter in your password. And after about 2 minutes, it's going to say that the write was successful. You can go ahead and remove the SD card from the reader. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug this right here. It already ejected, so you can just forcefully remove it out. And take your SD card right here, and you can go ahead and plug it directly into your Pi like so. There's a little SD card port right there. Go ahead and pop that in. It just slides in just like that. And you are ready to plug this guy in. Raspberry Pi router's IP address, and we can go ahead and test that out, and you can see that we're in, and it doesn't require a password anymore because we are authenticating using public key pairs. And conveniently enough, I went and automated this process for you guys, so you can go ahead and grab this script off of my GitHub or directly on my site. And so you want to enter in your Wi-Fi network name. I'm just going to name it Freedom Test. And you want to go ahead and enter in the password. It's not going to pop up as visible, but I promise you it's there. It's going to ask you to confirm it once more. If you're based in the US, you want to go ahead and use your country code. Wired LAN subnet, we'll go with 192.168.50. And Wi-Fi subnet, we'll go 160. Admin password, we want to go ahead and give that a password too. Go ahead and confirm it. And go ahead and proceed. You're probably going to lose an internet connection and your SSH session right here at the network layout, just because it's going to restart some critical network daemons. So what you want to do is you actually want to run tmux attach-t inst, and I'm going to flash it right here exactly what you got to run. Go ahead and click yes. It's going to reboot in 5 seconds. And I'll see you guys back on the flip side once I'm back. The rest of the setup is really, really easy. So all we gotta do is we just gotta test this out. This part really isn't necessary, but this is just printing out the log to make sure that the installation script set up successfully. Please let me know if there's any issues at all. I just wrote this tonight. It did have a couple bugs, but I was able to work them out. If you guys are running into any issues, let me know and we can get them fixed. But you can see on my phone right now, I am indeed connected to my Raspberry Pi. Trackers, these surveillance ads, they're all being blocked from my phone, from my computer, and anything connected to this Raspberry Pi. So now you're running a Raspberry Pi with a Pi hole attached to it, so you're blocking all those surveillance ads, anything that's going to be tracking you while you're on the internet. The next step that you can do to take this a step further is attach a VPN to it, and you can do something like host a VPS. You can buy that with crypto, and you can pick a platform that doesn't care if you create an account on it or not. So it's completely anonymous. You can set it up, route all your traffic that way. If you guys run into any issues, please let me know, but it's incredibly simple. As far as the topology goes, I didn't really go over that, but it's really easy. I'm gonna pop this video up right here just to explain, or somewhere around here, just to show you exactly what you got to do. But it's a really easy setup. All you have to do is just run your wide area network cable that comes from your wall or directly from your modem. That's the ISP internet access that your ISP gives you. Plug that into the ETH0 to run another cable through a switch or something like that, and plug it directly into the USB Ethernet adapter. And that's going to open up your ability to do things like wireless LAN. Selected that you wanted to use Wi-Fi, you could just go that route, and you can also run it like this. It works regardless because I'm running off of the internal radio right now. I didn't want to unplug my other one. This is just a test Pi just to make sure that this works for you guys. But that installation guide will walk you all through everything that you need if you want to attach a extended and more powerful wireless adapter to it. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoy, and if you guys run into any issues whatsoever, ping me, comment, and I will help you guys out. And if you guys could do me a favor, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. That would be really, really huge and beneficial. I really think that this is going to help a lot of people out with the growing complexity of the world. Change the world. It's going to change the game for a lot of people. Keep your guys' family safe. And that's the biggest thing that I wanted. So mission accomplished. Hope you guys get this going on your end and enjoy.